The content in this magazine could contain references of topics and difficult subject matter that may be triggering. Please honor yourself, inner knowing, and proceed with whatever help or guidance you feel is intuitively aligned. Welcome to Sovereign Magazine Podcast. I'm Nicole George, CEO and founder of Sovereign. I'm so happy you are here. We are the magazine, podcast, and community guiding 5 million women to their sovereign selves. From heart-led conversations to magical meditations, our inspiring guests will show you how they can help you step into your sovereign self. Are you ready to listen to your inner voice and step into your power? Then keep listening to hear all of the intuitive messages meant for you today. Hello. Today I have the privilege of reconnecting with Velva Silver, one of our amazing contributors. She is a transformational coach, healer, and the author of Ancient Secrets of the Goddess and Unwinding the Divine Masculine. She also is the founder of the Evolved Femme programs and the host of the Wisdom Weaver podcast. She is here to share inspiration and authenticity with all. She empowers others to harness energy and step into their fullest potential. Welcome back, Velva.
Thank you so much, Nicole. I am excited to be here, and I'm super excited about this topic that we're going to be sharing today about what's going on in the world.
Yes. So for anybody who's not aware, today we're going to be talking about the May new moon issue, which is seeking material things. And in Velva's article, The Mirage of More, when the external can't fill the internal. It is so good, and it really talks about how we've been conditioned to seek fulfillment through external validation and possessions, and I'm not going to ruin it. I'm going to hand it over to her so she can share a little bit more about what she wrote for those who aren't up to speed with her article yet.
Thank you. So the Mirage of More, I feel like this is something in 2026 with the year of the fire horse that we are learning to burn through. We're shedding that energy from the year of the snake. And these last few months of 2026 of the beginning are giving us that invitation. So why I was so passionate about writing about this is why, as humans, why do we chase the external? What is that? What is it that calls us? Our external world is a mirror of where the internal world has been forgotten, which is one of the things I see with a lot of the women that I work with. It's how do I keep up? How do I keep up not only physically, how I look, my environment, my social circle, the courses that I am taking? I have seen that women have been trying to just keep up with the external. And when we think of it as a mirror, when we really look externally, whether it's chaos that we have in our lives, chances are that chaos is a reflection of something that's going on internally. And why do we chase this? It's something I've deeply been pondering, is why humans chase the external. And I have some points here that I want to share. So the first one is the inherited program of lack. We were taught that worth is earned, it's not inherent. Where did we lose the plot that being human is enough? We are enough. So in my own circumstances, I learned to work hard in the hamster wheel, have my daily list, make sure everything on that list is checked off. And then I would sit and wait for the external validation, the reward, the price of the movement that truly wasn't intuitively aligned. It was more forced. It was programmed. And I feel like this program of lack is success equals value, possessions equal proof. And I know in my life, I'm 54, going to be 55 soon, and I'm starting to simplify my life, especially this year in 2026. It's my word of the year is freedom. Freedom, what does that mean to me? It is the freedom of less stuff, less schedules, less obligation, less fitting in. And I've really allowed myself to take time and look at that. Why? Where do I still have calcified beliefs from my childhood that I'm releasing that? I'm letting that go. So it's the purchase achievement that temporarily quiets. I'm not enough. I'm not enough unless I have acquired all of these things. And I just wrote a thing on my Facebook post this morning about I've had 3 clients in the last 3 weeks, age 22 to 77 is the range. And they came to me and they all had the same thought. And the thought was, I'm not where I thought I would be. And I said to them, where do you feel you should be at this point? And I said, what if all of the things that you have accomplished in the last few years have been the hardest things of your life and the most important things in your life? And when you shift your lens to look at everything I've gone through is leading me to where I am going, but we forget that part. We forget where we are going. So that's the first point to look at is where did we inherit these beliefs? Looking at our parents, our mom, our dad, our grandparents, our influencers, where did we learn this from? And then begin decalcifying those beliefs. What if I just followed my heart? What if I just did things in the masculine way when I felt guided to do them? And what if my success wasn't the external validation, but it was how I felt? The second point, which is pretty powerful, is the dopamine illusion. So when here we are in this social media craze where it's the hamster wheel of I have to post every day. How many likes did I get on my post? Did anyone share my post? Am I doing it the wrong way? Oh, there's a new trend. How do I learn this new trend? So it's the buying, the scrolling, the likes, the chemical hits. It's not the fulfillment. So something that I have changed with myself is before I post whatever I'm guided to post, I sit in the space in my heart and I have and hold the intention of, may this land to the people that need this message. May it reach the people through the words, through the frequency, through the coding, rather than I have to post 2 to 3 times a day so the algorithm will reset. And it's really, we're revamping the entire system. So when we look at the dopamine illusion, it's like sugar when the body needs minerals. The screen time, the Netflix, chilling, all of those things give us the dopamine hit. It creates an addictive loop of reaching outward. And we're seeing it so much in all generations, not even just the younger generation. We're seeing how it's the external. And we're losing the internal through that dopamine hit. And the other point is, which is my favorite, is avoiding the depths. We're avoiding going within. It's easier to buy something than to feel something. We go on Amazon, it's in the cart. If you have Prime, it's at your door the next day. The dopamine, there it is on the front step. Look how fast. But we're avoiding going within, sitting with, why do I feel uncomfortable right now? What is my body trying to tell me? Is it, I need a silent retreat for myself? Is my nervous system dysregulated? And really feeling inside. And so that's a bridge that I feel many of us need to cross back within ourselves. And the other point of avoiding the depths is stillness scares our ego. It's like, what do I do with silence? No TV, no music, no chatter. What does the stillness do to your body? Does it scare you? Is there things in the past that you've been afraid to truly dig up out of the archives and release? Because this is the year to do that work. Whether we like it or not, we're going to be asked to do this work with the fire horse energy. She is coming in super strong. So the other point about avoiding the depths is the void. And this is the place that I call, it's like the cocoon that we go within when we have the unknown. So I do this in the ocean. I go to the 1 mile marker and I tread water and I look up at the volcano and I always am looking for whales or dolphins and hoping it's not a shark fin, but it's actually a dolphin fin. And I call it the void. And when I'm in this space, I allow the ocean water to cleanse what comes up for me in the stillness. It's quiet. I have to trust deeply in the void in the middle of the ocean, wondering if it's my time, but I have such a deep trust in the void. So it's the womb of creation. It's the space of stillness. It's the biggest fear I feel that most people have is being in the void. And I feel like these 3 points are why we're chasing the external.
Oh my gosh, I have so much to say. I had the hugest revelation while listening to that. And I told Velva Dawn before we got on here, I said, just speak. I'm feeling like this is going to be a channeled message. Like that's the vibe that I'm getting. And I'm just going to sit and enjoy. And we'll see where this conversation goes versus me asking certain questions. And oh my gosh, wait till I tell you. So I don't watch TV. I don't consume. I got rid of Amazon in 2018. In 2020 was around the time I started having my midlife awakening, if you will. I'm not a consumer. I wouldn't say I'm a minimalist, but I'm definitely not a maximalist, whatever you want to call it, right? And now I'm realizing that when you said we look to the external to validate us, I don't. And so I have had many relationships fall away because I'm too confident is what they call me. And I'm like, but I'm such a humble person. Why is my quote unquote confidence so threatening to them? And now it's all making sense because I don't seek these things, whether it be, a flashy outfit or a flashy car or a flashy house. I don't seek lots of content for my own personal development. I only go with what feels aligned, and I'm just not a constant seeker. I do sit with myself a lot. I think that is off-putting to many. And so this is like blowing my mind right now because for years I've been trying to figure this out and you just solved it.
Wow, that is huge. It is huge because it's like people feel what you've embodied and you're radiating that through your field and they feel it and their soul is like, I'm not ready. I just have to walk away.
Yeah.
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 Wow.
And the people that have stuck around are already naturally confident in themselves, whether they consume things or not. Like my best friend is a huge consumer. And I live vicariously through her because I just love watching her buy all these fun things and all of that. But she's very confident in herself. And those are the people who have stuck around for me, or the people who are willing to do the inner work with me, because I love to do inner work, love it. But I do it most often in solitude or silence or stillness. I'm not a seeker of, I need that next thing to tell me what to do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some people need guidance. And I will say at the beginning of my journey, I was a huge consumer because I had never even heard of this world, right? I was so stuck in my constructed reality of work harder, do more, all of these things. And I knew nobody woo-woo in my entire family. So this whole world was new and I needed to figure it out because I'm like, I want more of that, right? But it is this way of being, natural way of being for me that is a reflection of my true inner harmony. I had somebody come up to me one time when I was in the nursing world. It was actually a doctor, and she walked up to me at 7:15 and she said, "What in the world could you possibly be happy about and smiling about at 7:15?" And I said, "What is there not to be happy about?" Right? Because I'm such a smiley, happy person. She's like, "Not at 7:15." And so that is just a perfect example of like me reflecting my inner harmony. Almost always, I am a reflection. If I'm not in a good mood, you're going to know. But that's not as common. I wrote a post in the community today about, or maybe it was last night, about what do you do when everything is quote unquote going wrong? Like, how do you feel about it? And I shared that our family, I'm not going to say it publicly just because I don't want their information out that wide. People in the community can know. But my family is experiencing 3 different things right now, very life-changing events. And each of us is going through stuff. But I found the positive in all of them. And that's what we're holding to. We're eating better. One of my other family members is getting a new diagnosis because one of my family members got a diagnosis. And it's leading down this beautiful path of light and taking care of ourselves on a different level. And so I'm really wondering how you help your clients when they are chasing that external, when they are. I didn't even know that I was in this space that you so beautifully identified for me. And I feel so validated today in who I am. I'm just so grateful. But when we are chasing, and don't think you're a bad person, because we all do it. I've done it at some points in my life as well. Well, what do you do? How do you help them shift their approach more towards like a fulfilling life versus this life of external validation through seeking material things?
Very good question. Very good. So before I start with that, I just want to reiterate, desire is not wrong. It's a creative life force. And the problem is believing desire is sourced outside of us, not internally, which is what you were just sharing. So what we want to do is reverse the energy. We want to embody what you want to receive. And embodying is layered. It takes time. So some things that we can practice to return to our inner temple, very practically, is the pause of awareness, like I was talking about. What feeling am I trying to get from this connection externally? And when you identify that feeling with the dopamine hit, with maybe it's confidence you're lacking, and by the amount of likes that you get or the accolades, the feeling you can resonate, it's like, okay, I need empowerment. I need to feel confident without the external. So pause of awareness, just pausing, just listening to what you're feeling in that moment before you hit the purchase button, and just allow that to land. The other one is inner listening. So just putting your hand on your heart or on your womb. What part of my body needs love today? Because there's a part of you that is like trying to outsource what you're not feeling internally. And just by connecting with your hands on your body, it'll bring energy to that part of your body and open it up, and you'll be able to connect to it. The other one is reconnect with the earth, grounding, sufficiency versus scarcity recalibration. When I was in Hawaii, I was hearing this humming all the time in my ears. And I was like, what is humming? I'm pretty sure this isn't an ear infection. And I was talking to my mentor, and she said, it's actually the song of Gaia. It's always been there, but most people don't hear the song because they're too busy. And as I'm saying this to you, I can hear it right now in my ears. And it's just this toning and this beautiful sound that I'd never heard before because I'd never given myself the time. And of course, when I was in Hawaii where the volcano was going off, that island is very grounding. So reconnect with the earth. Really see your roots growing down into the core, wrapping around a big, beautiful clear quartz crystal. And then ask that crystal to feed you the codes that you need to activate within your DNA in your body. And the other one is emotional integration. Okay, we talk a lot about emotional intelligence. So it's feel instead of fix. Our automatic response is to fix ourselves, to fix the people around us, especially as empaths and healers. That's our first thing. And the other part is emotions release trapped energy. So many people are afraid if they're feeling sad to cry, or if you're angry, scream in the pillow, write a letter, burn it, get a punching bag, put your boxing gloves on, remove the emotions out of your body. And the other thing that I teach them is sacred receiving. So shift the nervous system from grasping to allowing. It's like, it goes back to what I said previously, where people are coming to me and they're saying, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. It's like, because we're grasping to this visual that we possibly created in childhood. It's what we saw for ourselves 30, 40 years ago. And now that perception is still there. It's calcified in our belief, but our visual has shifted because we're embodying, we're expanding. So it's the alchemy of desire. It's wanting isn't the issue. It's the direction of wanting is. I want to reiterate, desire is not wrong, but it's looking at, is the desire internal that you are creating in the womb to help other people? But first, it moves through your body. It grounds within you. You embody it. And that's the most important thing. Like the old way, the hustle for abundance, it's falling all around us right now. We're watching it crash. It's not at all what we were put on the earth to do. It's sitting in the stillness. So the new way is to become the abundance, like you were saying, smiling at 7:15 a.m., choosing that feeling of gratitude, worth, and generosity. So it's embodying that feeling first and then letting it emanate to the people around you. That's the greatest gift that you can give anybody on the planet.
Yeah, including yourself, right? I remember when I started on this journey, I think I was numbing and avoiding so much. I didn't know how to feel, right? I was just so stuck in the be happy, be happy, be happy, be joyous, be grateful, be thankful for everything that you have. But I was so burned out, completely burned out. And to the point where I really truly felt like every nerve in my body just no longer could feel anymore. It was like numb. And on the external, I had everything on paper. I have an amazing husband, a beautiful daughter, the house with the white picket fence, the dogs, the cars. I have it all. And I had tons of money. But why was I so unhappy, right? Because the internal was unhappy. I was working so hard and not getting the accolades that I desired. And despite working even harder and doing what I was told, I was getting pooped on at work and all these things because I was in an unaligned job. Now here I run this global company. We have 9.5 weeks of paid vacation a year, unlimited sick leave, paid leave. We work when we want. There's no set days, no set hours. It's all fun. I get to wake up when I want. I get to go to the gym when I want. I get to have meetings when I want. It's all in alignment. And now I can feel if I'm tired. I can feel if I'm sad. I can feel if I'm joyous, if I'm grateful, or even if I am going to purchase something, if it's aligned. Because I'm able to do that pause that you were talking about, because there's not so much mental chatter for me that is clouding up that ability to realize, am I going to get a dopamine hit from this? And that's okay sometimes. Sometimes we just need it and we need to go have that fun thing. That's chocolate for me. I love chocolate. So that's my dopamine hit. I'm not one to purchase things, but I'll definitely eat some chocolate. But everybody has their thing, right? For my daughter, it's going to the bookstore. Oh my gosh, she loves books so much. And so anytime I say that, she lights up and I know immediately the dopamine hit is coming. And that's not to say that's a bad thing, but it's noticing, it's in that awareness that you shared. Inside the Sovereign community, you'll find more than a social platform. You will find many private spaces led by women who walk the path with you, like Abby from Canada. Connect with her in her sacred space called Reclaimed and Rise. Step into the Maven Haven with Ebony from the UK, or join the Open Heart Collective with Bonnie from the US. These are just some of the soul sanctuaries curated by conscious women for conscious connection. Come find your space inside the Sovereign community today. Let's move into steps to your sovereign self. So we have about 5 minutes left, and I always love to leave the person, whether it's a woman or a man or somebody who identifies as they on the other end, who is being guided to go within and work with their inner world and perhaps restabilize their world or their sanctuary that has been kind of shaken up by this conversation. And how can we begin to calibrate to a new way of being? Like, what is a couple of baby steps that they can take today to get themselves to a place of really not seeking that external validation and going within to find the fulfillment there?
Yes, that's a powerful conclusion. So I want to just share, what are some signs that you're actually shifting internally? What are those signs? So it is peace. When nothing big is happening, you just feel at peace inside. You stop comparing yourself. That's another sign. You're not looking externally. You're creating and then not as much consuming. Your creating becomes larger than your consuming. And money is seen as energy, not worth. How much money you have, it's energy. It's an exchange for the things that you naturally feel guided to do. And a regulated nervous system, meaning you're not in fight or flight. You're actually calm and making that choice. So the reversal of power is what I was talking about before. So stop outsourcing your happiness. Live from the inside out. Feminine magnetism, coherence, not force. And you receive without attachment because you're already full. Your cup is full. So those things that I just shared previously, the steps of how to get there, you'll know. It's like if your cup is full, when someone bumps into you, whatever spills out of that cup shows you where you're at. If your cup is full of joy, it's full of peace, it's regulated, you're going to know. So those are some things. And I want to leave this with everyone. Fulfillment was never out there waiting to be earned. It was always in here, inside, waiting to be remembered.
Yes. And I love that visual. So maybe you can remember this the next time you're out. If somebody bumps into your cup, what is going to ripple out into the world? What is going to spill out? You mentioned joy and peace and love. And I would say most of the time, if somebody bumps into me, that's what would ripple out into the world. And it's okay to have our wobbles. That's not what we're saying. Wobbles are okay. It's okay to have a bad day or be emotional and all of those things. But are you, underneath all of those wobbles, are you genuinely happy, or are you constantly buying that next thing to make you happy? And I love this conversation so much because I think I've truly had another aha moment here just after my 46th birthday. I can say that I'm going to be a different person after this conversation. So thank you so much for sharing. If you want to connect with Velva More, she's in our community, community.sovereign-magazine.com. All her details are in the show notes of how to connect with her. get into her programs, please follow her. She's absolutely amazing and brilliant. And we're so lucky to have her in our community. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for creating this community and for gathering, like following your vision. You are a lighthouse in this community and you're bringing together big change in this world, which is needed. So thank you very much.
Thank you for being a part of it, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't have a community. It'd just be me on my own. So it takes all of us. It takes all of us. And I'm so humble about all of that. So thank you for reflecting that back to me, and for everyone listening for being part of this movement.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for listening. I'll be back tomorrow with another soul-led entrepreneur here to help you step into your sovereign self. Subscribe to our magazine and podcast and join our global community for all the magic. Details to connect with today's guest or join the movement are in the show notes. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review. It helps us reach our goal of guiding 5 million women to self-sovereignty.